Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. So, we're still entirely too hungry. I mean, look at what the tutorial said. The problem though is we haven't really been given much of a good opportunity for blood at all, really. Those I've been several feeding opportunities, and most of them were just, well, I'm just gonna regret that because VENTRUE. Maybe we should have been the brew, huh? But anyway, you lock the door behind you and you head over to Sophie's apartment. She promised to call on her. Might as well not keep the lay away. And hey, what else are you gonna do? Exactly, what else are we gonna do? Well, we could go try to feed. Is that an option? In touch with your boss, he's probably looking for you. If I just scold you for the unattended fire trial on your desk. What are you gonna do? Call the cops? Ugh, not worth the hassle. I was hoping the few co-workers that you seemed to give a shit about you were faking it. Make things easier, a fresh start from the ground up, just like old times. These thoughts put you in a weird mood. It's a strange sensation to walk the crowded streets. Same as you have so many times before, but feeling so disconnected. All these people, you are not one of them, not anymore. You're a vampire, kindred. You need to carve your own path. And a strange new existence, one way or another. Appropriately enough, you arrive at Sophie's Pier just as that thought crosses your mind. Quick word of the security guard and you're let into the elevator. Probably Miss Langer is expecting you, of course she is. You know I can wait. Patiently as the forward steps on the side grow closer. Find the door opens to Gregory, Sophie's driver, invites you in. Find lay yourself standing by the window, silhouetted against the city's midnight glow. She glares out. She stares out motionless like a marble statue. She always looks sad, doesn't she? Could be her eyes just look sort of bloodshot. I was like, I don't think vampires can cry. Yeah, here's a good question though. Everything alright? She doesn't react immediately, but seems to snap out of some meditative state and looks at you with strangely bleary eyes. Yes, it is. How kind of you to ask. Tell me, when you look out of the city, when you see the lights, hear the hum, smell the rain on the pavement, what do you think about? You gaze out, the lights in the rain, the relentless honking below, here's a blast from a nearby window, echoing off a building. Someone should record an hour of this and throw it up on YouTube as an ambient piece. I'm pretty sure someone would. Oh, so hey, YouTube. Just tossing out brands and all that, aren't we? No care for the consequences. Other than that, though, it's business as usual. The sights, the sounds, the smells, you know them all too well. So he watches you. You can tell she's disappointed somehow. She covers it up with a cultured smile. Well, not everyone can appreciate the increase that the world offers. At among kindred, my clan is somewhat notorious for finding innate meaning even in the mundane. Well, that's 'cause you're a TOREADOR, so go figure. Okay, so, the clan. Bloodline vampires who share common characters is passed on through the blood from sire to child. There are 13 known clans, all of which were reputedly founded by members of the third generation. That's if I could do this. There's the BRUJAH, Cappadocian, MALKAVIAN, the Sombra, TOREADOR, VENTRUE, NOSFERATU. Fun part is there are some that I can't really remember. The one before TREMERE, because TREMERE nommed the grandsire and became that. So, and Giovanni took over Cappadocian, so that was that. Tremetsi. Gangrel. There's another one I was almost missing. Huh. Yeah, I'm running out of known ones. Let's find out. When a vampire ceases to exist, cross the line from undeath into true death. Yeah, of course. Toreadors and the whole blending in with society thing. The whole clinging more to humanity than over vampires thing. Yep, and there we go. You see the blood that flows within me. Is that of clan TOREADOR? Yep, and here we go. This is gonna be fun, I'm sure. Many TOREADORs emerge from the ranks of accomplished artists, both new and faded, but not all artists need where to brush. To TOREADOR, art encompasses all forms of entertainment and stimulation. Clan of the Rose Courts, the greatest actors, singers, writers, dancers, and even sex workers. The degenerates believe such mortals will offer something new to the clan, despite the custom. When embracing only the best, the TOREADOR fixation of beauty and innocence has caused many a diva to make a fledgling in haste. Many a moonlight night, new clan members have emerged as shallow hedonists. One-night wonders are just stunning body with nothing else to offer. Nicknames, divas, harlots, saints, perverts, hedonists, degenerates. Clan TOREADOR are a bunch of perverts. There you go. But, yeah, I don't really care for clan TOREADOR, to be honest. There are 13 such bloodlines among us kindreds, though that number has been contested in the past, and these nights it seems like nothing is certain anymore. Well, it would be nice if you gave me a Vampire's Heritage to see as a clan. It'd be nice if they gave me a rundown of all the clans, because I don't remember all 13, to be honest. But here's the thing, I can always look that up. I mean, Vampire 13 clans. 13 clans. No, not Vampire Diaries, you stupid shit. Okay. Okay, so the 13 major clans. So, here's the one that I would have never got. Clan Banu Hagim. Which I have no bloody idea what the fuck that is. Apparently it's the formerly Assamite. Good old Assamite. Don't know why they decided to rename it. That's stupid. Why would you rename that? Well, maybe what's his face is an Assamite. Problem there with the Assamites also how their assassin cast, their warrior cast, their scholar cast. Yeah, because they have their their sorcerer class, their vizier class. Maybe he would be one. Okay, anyway, back to the Alpha clans, just cause I'm curious now. Okay, so Clan BRUJAH, Clan GANGREL, Clan I'm sorry, what the hell is that? Clan Hecata, both subsumes and replaces Clan Cappadocian and Clan Giovanni. Okay, I really don't like the new edition of these vampire rules. Because that's really going to irritate the shit out of me. We're just adding, you know, new clans. To replace old clans? No. Yeah, I don't really care for that. We'll just go clan Cappadocia like it should have been. Okay. The clan of Sombra. Clan Malkavian. Clan Ministry. The hell is Clan Ministry? Oh, apparently followers of Set, so the Setites, basically. That's just stupid. Freaking Clan Ministry. Let's see, Clan NOSFERATU, Clan... I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Apparently they consider Clan TREMERE one of the 13 ones. No. Clan TREMERE nommed, who did Clan TREMERE nom? Oh, Clan Ravnos. I forgot about Clan Ravnos. Totally forgot about Clan Ravnos. Because why would I remember that? It's not like they're really mentioned. But yeah, who did the TREMERE nom? I don't really see it here. I thought TREMERE nommed one of the... unless they, you know, changed that stupid shit. I really thought that... I remember them nomming one of the antediluvians too, you know. Become... such. But I notice they keep rewriting the stupid shit, so... Yeah, well, sorry, huh. Weird. There's also a few other ones that aren't mentioned on that known clans list, like the ones that eat the flesh and all that too. Anyway, yeah. The number has been contested in the past, and these times it seems like nothing is certain anymore. Clans have gone by many episodes over the years, where the names used these knights have their roots in medieval times, the original Inquisition, if you can believe it. Used to categorize us, describe our inherent difference in time, we adopted them ourselves. These clans have a uniqueness about it, incapable, inescapable, originating from an ancient progenitor carried from sire to child. A vampire created to embrace, the child is the progenitor of sire, the term is often used derogatory, indicating an experienced plural childer. For TOREADOR, the gift lies in its sensitivity of sorts. We are uniquely attuned to beauty and ugliness both. We can see where most cannot. Blessing on most nights, occasionally a curse. Wait. What? Sheriffs of my clan as well, although you would be hard-pressed to see him as such. Poor Creator, breaks my heart to see him in this state. I thought he was either a BRUJAH or a GANGREL, or maybe even an Assamite. Doesn't seem like he's a TOREADOR to me. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, there was Spiritu as well. Nothing like a good fall from grace. I did not expect him to be a TOREADOR of all things. Try she might play for you could tell she generally cares. Yes, okay, he's wonderful in brief moment, but it's good to regain her composure. Then there were the VENTRUE. Hey, what we are, Clan VENTRUE. While many other clans claim positions of influence and mortal power as a business, no one can rival the VENTRUE in the game of pure power and wealth. They have long been the leaders of the CREMERE, holding more positions of power than any other clan. They are loath to give that up. The VENTRUE believe in the strength of tradition and lineage. The embrace is one of the most important rituals, and the choice of child affects the way other members of the clan treat their sire. The VENTRUE therefore aim to embrace overachievers, politically or financially powerful kind, those with a talent that sets them apart from the masses. They maintain that they are destined to rule kindred, no matter the sacrifices involved. Their detractors call them little lords, Borgias, and tyrants. Those who respect VENTRUE for keeping the CREMERE together use the terms like Bloodlines, I can never read that word, or warlords. Anyway. Over the pride and beloved to rule over others, the prince represents that clan, and it's quite common in society around the globe. We're also VENTRUE. The Blue Bloods think themselves rulers, the BRUJAH like to see themselves as preeminent revolutionaries, so we're just going over all these clans, or at least for the CREMERE. Or maybe we're just going over all the clans that the player could potentially have been. BRUJAH like to see themselves as preeminent revolutionaries. They call for universal rebellion while being slaves to their own temper, which is why most of the anarchs are BRUJAH. Clan BRUJAH have always embraced from the ranks of those sympathetic counterculture and revolution. They seek out allies, aggression, nomadic ideas. Yeah, remember when Clan BRUJAH was mostly scholars and stuff from the Promethean beliefs back in the day with the kind of reading the wise. These are allies who question nomadic ideas, recognize the fire of the oppressed, they gravitate toward the underdog. Common perception placed punks, gang members, and maladjusted immigrants who judged by the society that should protect them, and placard carrying a Molotov were rioters among the BRUJAH. While the above are sometimes true, the clan adheres to no single ideology. The desire for distant research as deep as the fraudster ripping off his own company, the lawyer representing the poor, pro bono, the neo-Nazi claiming to be alt-right, the basement dweller downloading thousands of movies illegally for readers distribution on streaming sites, belligerents embrace to fight and protest are commonly referred to as rebels, punks, or rabble. Well, there you go. We don't discuss the rabble much anymore. Times that they've largely broken off the CREMERE to think they were philosophers once long ago. Yes, they were. Long ago. So, the BRUJAH left the CREMERE. Well, that's news to me. I don't know what rules that this is. It's probably like version 5 or some shit. I'm back with whatever thing was in Bloodlines and Redemption, so to tell you more about some of the other Bloodlines tonight. Somehow I doubt you will. But yeah, what's my clan? Well, VENTRUE, but we should probably verify what we are so we can stop having these stupid mistakes. No, I can only guess based on yours. Based on your certain aspects of your behavior and taste, you would need to come to your own conclusion, seek— oh, for fuck's sakes. Conclusion, seek validation from the clan if you require such a thing. You no doubt learn some can fit these stereotypes more than others. The blood is hard to deny, but there are certainly those who try. That's perhaps a subject for another time. I invite you for a reason, so we're not going to verify that we're VENTRUE still. Something I wanted to speak to you about. Customary in society, especially among younger kindred, to organize into coteries. Sometimes these are called by the prince themselves, or mandated by a fledgling sire. In our case, you may treat it as more of a strong recommendation. You seek out companions not only because you need to learn more about our society, but also because it's useful. True friendships are rare among kindred, but having allies, even temporary ones, something of a necessity these nights. Might be selfish creatures, but we are drawn to each other nonetheless. So here's the thing. First we're told that, hey, each vampire should respect each other's domain so they don't feed on people inside those domains. But then we're also told, hey, you should all ally up with each other so you don't murder each other. Besides that being against the TREMERE rules, we can't murder other vampires. But Bloodlines would have a shit fit. Anyway. Yeah, well, what if I want to go it alone? Suppose I'm not the social type and would rather go it alone. What then? Well, you find the company always disagreed by showing don't intend to force it on you. I'm sure you'll find other ways to burn the nights away. If you ever find yourself in need of assistance, knowledge, or just someone to talk to, it might be painful to realize there's nobody out there for you. Should you get yourself in a tight spot, I will not always be available or willing to lend a hand, so I suggest you take this recommendation seriously. She puts on a mysterious smile. So my precious time last night I asked around, pondering potential kindred for you to meet. You know, short lives of the contest. I hope you appreciate the gesture. Fortunate partnership with them might offer some perspectives and viewpoints I cannot provide, lenses through which to feel are kind. And they're all members of TREMERE, of course, more or less. You're choosing friends for me. Thanks, I guess. Okay, so, alright, then let's hear it. Who's on the list? Eager to learn about them, I see. Good, I'm glad. So let's start with the TREMERE. They are a powerful clan, disliked by many, but feared and respected by many more. They have been an important part of the TREMERE since the very beginning. They are blood sorcerers. Oh god, clan TREMERE. Romantic mage in 8th century Romania. TREMERE was the leader of a cabal of magic users, rightfully feared. With their obsession with knowledge and power, unwilling to accept his own mortality, TREMERE cast his eyes on the hard seeker of immortality. In his greed, the mage instigated the most terrifying magical experiments ever conducted, damning himself and his followers to hell of their own making. Terrified that he died and woke again in eternity of unlife hunger. Pretty sure in one of the things it was they nommed one of the grandsires. I can't remember which. Oh. I remember which one. Fuck. I remember which one now. You can't lie to me. You can't lie to me. Stupid wiki trying to tell me this clan doesn't exist. Fuck, what was it? I know it started with an S, that's the thing. Them though. Go say they're not on the list. It might be them. Yeah, whatever happened to Solent? Yeah, the TREMERE non-solid. That wasn't even on the list, was it? See, and here you're trying to tell me that didn't exist. I knew that existed. You assholes. Terrified, they died and woke again to an eternity of life and hunger, cut from their craft and mockery of their former magical rituals. Now only fresh blood allows the TREMERE to cast out thaumaturgic spells to twist reality. The clan is still organized like a initiatory occult order. Recently fresh into a number of competing houses, each claiming to be the rightful heir of TREMERE's legacy. They see true power as knowing the ways of shaping the world, having access to the right blood, and owning the relics of ancient artifacts. They are usually referred to as warlocks, heretics, or transgressors. I mean, it doesn't say that they nom Solok, but that's what he did. Because basically they stole them vampire powers. They're not an actual true Khainite. They stole their powers. And also blood magic is hacks. As you've seen in Bloodlines, that whole magic blood show thing. But the fact that they, well, Pale Look at Redemption, the fact you had access to frickin' fireballs and mirrors from the sky, lightning, ice. You had access to all sorts of magic. To blood magic. Cause blood magic covers a lot of powers. Blood sorcery flashback to one of those nights when your ex would stay up late playing video games. Not a pleasant connection. Sophie snickers. Try don't be caught with that look on your face when you meet a warlock in person. Though your attempt at using Vitae, their own as well as ours, the unique and potent effects. Okay, a turn for the blood of a vampire. Since that great region of the hierarchy, the kindred and I had in mind for you might get some persuading. His name is Agathon. Agathon? Seriously? Why, he was quite the scholar. Very ambitious, the charter of a noted TREMERE here in New York. Isaac Sturbridge. Spent enough time with Agathon, I'm sure we ran into her sooner or later. Blood magic. Thing sounds intriguing. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's also a well-kept secret to TREMERE. Don't expect them to shout right away. Some things have to be earned. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think we're gonna be learning blood magic anytime soon. Well, if you wish to contact the young TREMERE, you can usually find him at a New Age bookstore out on Broadway. We have one of their workshops there. Gregory will give you the details. Now, the next recommendation comes from a bit of a caveat. You can't be saying most bloodlines have unique features that might not be obvious at first glance. And there's one clan whose members wear the curse on their sleeve. We could talk about NOSFERATU. We talk about NOSFERATU. Ah, yes, NOSFERATU. The clan and the hidden are known under many names: hives, lepers, sewer rats, carnies, scabs, orlocks. But a few of them sound pleasant. For the NOSFERATU that embraces a journey through abjection, as the blood of the horror gradually deforms the struggling tissues of the human body to grotesque abominations. Weeks of pain resulting in deformity similar to terrible birth deflects cancer growths, crippling injuries, and leper-like sores. Or it could just happen immediately, like in Bloodlines. Those who endured find themselves as monstrous echoes of murder, silver screen vision, but perhaps pain and human mutilation teaches compassion. The NOSFERATU, as they jokingly call themselves, are the most humane of the kindred, wearing the curse on the outside rather than the inside, to blend in some calm the blood to wear the borrowed faces of victims or disappear from sight, whilst relying on prosthetics and heavy makeup. Ah yes, that whole being able to just poof invisible thing. It's always fun. But yeah, the NOSFERATU. But you said you're pretty sure it should mean something, other than sounding foreign. It does ring any bells. One of the Maple Haven sewers, abandoned buildings and such, their appearance is hideous and obviously unnatural. Well, of course, coming from the TOREADOR, had they walked the streets like our kindred, the kind would have learned our resistance long ago. You just shudder. So tell for a usual complexion. We swear her skin's having turned an even more sickly color. When I have a mind isn't as big an eyesore as the worst of them. But he's no Adonis either. Still, he has some talents and connections that you might find useful. His name is D'Angelo, and he has an office for a bearer terminal, the otherwise abandoned grain terminal in Red Hook. Right next to one of those Swedish stores, the name escapes me, the ones with the awful furniture. Right next to an IKEA. You can't say that you can't bring IKEA into this game, all these other brands. Exactly. What, IKEA? Yeah, that's it. My mind starts to change things are aesthetically displeasing. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. I went to enter that's our judge crater, digging up dirt, locating Kendrick who preferred to remain hidden. Kind of work the NOSFERATU are best at. It's on case right now, something to do with kind murders, I think. Your initial virtual theater shelf, I think it would be best to show some goodwill towards its agenda, assisting the android with investigation might be just the thing. She takes a brief pause to look out the window again. Now come the two more exotic proposals. Oh, there's two more. Thought if the blood mage and the vampire detachable business as usual. I've heard about GANGREL. You may have heard about the GANGREL before. They are a wild clan, touched with their beast in a way others might not dare to attempt. They mostly keep out big cities. But there are exceptions. All this reading. Clan GANGREL are outcasts, wanderers, rogues, and hunters. They make havens in the poorest parts of the city and feel no shame for doing so. They don't even feel domains as their own, but defer to no prince if a pharaoh enters to say the prince will either accept it or have to fight the pharaoh to get them to back down. GANGREL are embraced from the ranks of survivors and fighters, leaders of prison crews and gangs, explorers, urban and otherwise, and any kind who sees the world as something to diverse instead of something to hide from. They are not for lords or title, but for accomplishment and reputation. They are commonly referred to as wolves, feral and outcast, or more derogatory manner as animals, strays, and savages. Fun times. Oh, they haven't been a part of the camera for over... The fuck are these rules? It's like, wait a second, when is this? When is this taking place? Like seriously, I'm concerned. Is this like 2030 or something? I don't understand. Because I'm pretty sure they were part of the camera back in 2004 when Bloodlines was around. Or was it 2003? But still. For the one kindred I would like for you to meet has strong, so we say, familiar ties, is that? Familiar. Her name is Tamika. Besides Jezebel was instrumental during the Battle of New York back in 1999. The same battle that cemented the city as a TREMERE domain. Sadly, her achievements have gone largely unrecognized. Tamika and a number of siblings who reside in the domain they were awarded after the battle. Prospect Park, Jezebel herself, left the city some years ago, fed up with being underappreciated. By the way, should I contact Nyan Camille? Yeah. I like this. Should I contact? The pressure in contact with vampires you on the Chimera was frowned upon, but you're saying the GANGREL aren't a part of the sect anymore? How does that work? That's clear cut. The GANGREL as a whole sworn with the Chimera, but individuals. The individual kindred of that clan still a idea, which has was one that before she became jaded. Besides, the domain and prosperity has been upheld by Prince Panhard for all these years. As an we consider them members of the sect, and they have, for the most part, kept to themselves. Because remember, the Chimera considers all vampires part of the Chimera, even if they're not part of the Chimera, because that way they can enforce the rules on members that aren't part of the Chimera. Makes sense, right? That's why the Anards aren't a fan of them. Perhaps it would take a young kindred such as yourself to make them realize where their loyalties lie. Seriously, seeking to make her could prove quite educational, if nothing else, and who knows, perhaps you find her temperament to be a welcome change of pace. Speaking of change of pace, I have one last suggestion for you, though it's one I don't make lightly. The kindred who calls herself Hope. She's Malkavian. Oh yeah. They're a uniquely cursed clan for centuries. We consider them mad, insane, unhinged. Those of us who spend enough time with them come to understand the truth. Clan Malkavian. Psychiatrists will diagnose the children of Malkavian with schizophrenia, depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, sometimes all at once. Reality clan of the moon, all these things and none. Like the wise madman of poetry, their derangement stems from seeing too much of the world at once, from understanding too deeply and feeling emotions that are too strong to bear. They self-medicate with blood, but that is just a temporary solution. All Malkavians suffer mental illness, falling them prey, sometimes essentially existing conditions, other times adding a new dimension to their instability, as if their thoughts and actions are based on overworldly logic. There seems to be no knowing without condition will there seems to be no knowing when the condition will manifest destructive or when it will offer important perspectives. Such were previously lacking. They refer to it as oracles, gestures, and visionaries, or in more insulting manner as madmen, liabilities, and lunatics. Yay! Well, you know how much I love Malkavian. It's no sickness by unique perspective on the world that has them appear to us as unstable. The perception can prove to be very variable. Having a Malkavian as a companion might be taxing on the nerves and true test of patience at times, but the insight and intuition are unrivaled among kindred. As for Hope specifically, she's said to be a recluse, but everyone good authority she can currently be found in an internet cafe, I believe it's called, in Lower Manhattan. Gregory has the address. An internet cafe, quaint. I really won't know. Since you brought it up, be aware that the camera is highly critical of using the internet to communicate. The Second Inquisition made sure of that. Exercise caution when at her haven. Offer brave as SI. Collective name among vampires with recent coordinated efforts of intelligence agencies to combat the kindred as if they were terrorist threat. Fewer individual agents understand what they're fighting in the inter-agency collaboration codename First Light. Places are most important in keeping their operation secret and disguises during an anti-terrorist action. Huh. Orwell likes to say the Society of Leopold. That was just that fan. I believe that's all on the Mindset of Fair Social Cost tonight, so I'll leave you to it. Use tonight and tomorrow night to arrange some quarter visits of your own. I will send Gregory for you as soon as I have further need of the services. That reminds me, you need a car. Turn us upstairs, won't you? She smiles once more and turns to her driver. He helps her put on a coat. The three of you leave Sophie's apartment. Sophie points to one of the cars near the building as Gregory hands you the keys. It's a rather inconspicuous compact car, decent looking if not luxurious ride. Stay safe, Tiffy. This is your first night alone. Don't let it be your last. So I get a car. Yay. The driver where you find yourself more freedom than you've had for the past few nights. A blessing or burden, time will tell. For a list of addresses in hand, you consider your next move. I knew this map had to have a reason. So, do I just click on one and it tells me? Okay. So we have, Sophie mentioned a vampire clan of blood sources brought your attention. One of them, Agathon, could potentially be your introduction to the bizarre powers of the Jamil. Sophie suggests you meet Hope, a reclusive member of the Malkavian clan. She's supposedly holed up in an internet cafe in Lower Manhattan. Recent stream of unkillings has the Red Hook district of Brooklyn on it. Sophie mentioned the creator has a secret associated investigating the murders of NOSFERATU. Don't really look like no NOSFERATU to me, to be honest. I mean, after Bloodlines, yeah, he don't look like no NOSFERATU. NOSFERATU neonate by the name of... It's why they don't go over neonate. By the name of D'Angelo. If you help him out, he might be persuaded to form a lasting partnership. And lastly, so we mentioned a gang of neonate by the name of Tamika, who's made herself a haven in Prospect Park. The barrels are on the side of the social bunch even by Kenderson, but if you keep her from clawing your eyes out just long enough, she might be persuaded to join you. Here's the thing, we're going to go search for Hope. Why? I mean, Malkavian. Just that alone. Like, here's the thing. out of all these ones, yeah. These ones seem the most interesting to me. The Gangrel is a maybe, NOSFERATU, not really. But MALKAVIAN. The current moody internet, also we're going to keep recording until we reach, the next day. Like we have been. So this one might be a bit long because we've had to read over all the clans practically. Well, actually most of the TREMERE clans, except for the fact that the GANGRELs and BRUJAH apparently have left the TREMERE, which, shrug, that's a thing. Because apparently we're not going into the Sombra or the Setites or the TREMERE or any of that fun stuff. So it's a quite moody internet cafe, half of its space. Serves as a comfy coffee bar these days. Behind a glass wall, still has a space dedicated to our PCs. From the street, you can notice tired adults and character clothes typing away absentmindedly as on board because wasting late evening hours on colorful online games. Why would you do online games? Passwords are all at risk at that. Seriously. Doing stuff online, in public, on Wi-Fi is not really that safe. So he's interested to believe this is where hope is Separate Haven. One of the waiters standing outside the building, gazing at the sky with a smartphone on one hand and a fake pen in the other. He approached the man and told him, we're supposed to meet Hope here? I told you I was supposed to meet Hope here. What would you say to me? I'm surprised people are usually far more discreet about seeing her. Man slowly takes a drag from his e-cig. Sides him up and down in silence. After a long awkward moment, he raises his voice again. Come right this way. He heads back into the cafe and you follow his lead. You think that's spooky, don't you? You make your way through the space for compares no one averts their gaze will know. Spreadsheets, emails, Facebook profiles, the gaze of Fortnite. Of course, why would they? It's a common sight, one you wouldn't have paid much attention to a few weeks ago. But now it seems so unnervingly quaint. Would they still be spending their time like this if they were immortal? Probably. The waiter unlocks an unassuming door at the end of the room and lets you inside. You two swiftly make your way through a labyrinth of sterile grey corridors, taking confusing twists and turns. It's like you're traveling into a different world. Crossing one invisible portal after another. Oh. This is nice. This is nice. I like this. Sort of. Yeah. I'm trying to see what's over there. Are those hooks or chains? Those are chains. Those right there are chains. That's the thing. Nice. Eventually you reach your destination. Your guide motions you to enter a dark room with a lone source of pale light. What about this light over here? A computer screen in the distance beckoning you to come closer. As you do, you hear the door shut behind you. Back in a short chuckle echoing from behind it. Is this the place? Nothing else to do but sit on a chair in front of the computer. The monitor displays a modern chat application. Oh god, no. I know what this is going to do. Cursor blinking and the user nickname entry appeared in the middle of the screen. I was expecting you to input your hand, or after a brief consideration, you type in. I mean... I have to go with something goofy. Maybe your newfound sense of marriage go, hey, well, the space that barely knows about sleazy or might as well go with it. Seriously? You input poor nose collector. Burst the enter button. After a few seconds, the chat window opens and messages start appearing on the screen in quick succession. Hostage executor. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Well, this is gonna be fun to read, everyone. Holy This is gonna suck. Well, welcome to Rouge. You know, I'm almost regretting my decision to go off the Malkavian now. So we have hostage executioner here. Just to be clear, I don't have a wank rag. LMAO. Oh, for sure. No, for real. Laughing my ass off was meant for Jerry, of course. Not much longer. Yeah, Jerry's the chat MPP. Yeah, I've imagined far worse things on you. God, I'm so horny. That's why I need to lie about this one. OMG, literally, who cares? You and me both, bozo. Wait, who is Porno's Collector? Porno's Collector? No idea. A new user wasn't here a second before. What the hell? Was anyone informed? No announcement. I know I wasn't. That Jerry. Porno's Collector, identify yourself within 2 minutes or get banned. Checkers saying everyone's standing there waiting for you to say something before proceeding. Must be a close-knit group, better say something before they kick you out. I like that. Let's break the masquerade, why not? Oh, I'm stupid. Congratulations, let's break the masquerade. You decided to let them know you were kindred. And then there's the masquerade violation, right? Kindred reporting interest here on some kindred business. Instant streamer responses. Kindred? Oh, MFG, who is this clown? What a dumb fuck. It's trying to be a safe channel. Investigate what we're wrong. Investigate what we're wrong. It's trying to be a safe channel. Hopeful number 1. That's hope there. What are they even getting there? Stay calm. You can tell the location, Jerry? No, yeah, sure. That's our Jerry. Go DM to anyone interested. Oh boy, you're in trouble now. Porno's Collector. Yeah, you're going to regret the day you decided to spy on us. Can I? Also, I just noticed something. We actually don't have the red mark still. When did we feed? I'm concerned. When did we feed? We're just suddenly good now. I just noticed that. Yeah, sure, let's use presence on a computer. I'm sure that's gonna work. God, that's stupid. You've had enough of these trash talking randoms. Time to teach them some respect. We're using presence on a computer. Oh god. Your blood fires up, ancient power starts coursing through your veins, fingers tapping the keyboard buttons on their own. People better stay quiet if you know what's good for you. No idea who you're messing with. You will obey me. The chakra silence one again, then it explodes. Oh god. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Laughs. What am I looking at here? Oh. I should watch how he started typing properly. So glad I decided to log in earlier today. You have no idea. Oh, great. Who you are messing with. Would be so pissed if I missed this. You know it means business. His powers don't work online. Go figure, no shit. You know, cheeks would turn blood red right now if they still could. I knew that wouldn't work. Got the info, nice. You want to die now, so? You will die. You will die. Done. Die. Everyone sentencing Porno's Collector to death. They're on my way to kill you right now. Yeah, sorry to inform you that you're about to die. Wow, this sends a gated to most online chats. The second after you read the message, you hear someone's arm tying around your neck. The violent return to reality catches you off guard. Turn pan rushes through your brain, paralyzing you momentarily. Come to the wrong chat room, my hope. Ridiculous whisper rings out next to you. The grip on your head gets even tighter. Start struggling, but even with your newfound supernatural strength, you're having trouble breaking out. This isn't no human being you're with. Your last words? Your chat room sucks ass. Yep. That's just rude, but I still laughed. The hand on your chin shifts its position slightly. Don't struggle or break your windpipe or my phone. Which would end it even worse for you. Sounds like camera shutter and light flashing. Did they just take some selfies with you? Oh no, okay, I'm starting to regret choosing Malkavian. Alright, that's enough fun, I'm letting you go, we can have a talk. Don't do anything stupid. Miss Intruder, pretty please. The stairs assailant loosens their grip on you and gently pushes away. You quickly turn to take a good look at them. Let me just finish this. The pair of blonde woman in train is giving you slightly judgmental looks while rapidly tapping away at her phone screen. First you notice her outrageous outfit seemingly thrown together from random thrift store finds. Then you note her tattoos, a sprawling tapestry of odd patterns with designs covering every visible part of her body. First glance it all seems aimless, but it has a consistent sense of style upon closer inspection. Her eyes focus on you for a second. Gave you a scale, huh? So that's what you get for entering a lady's haven without permission. Also, you're a nice crew out the devil hell. Like, honestly, if you like shaved her head, she would look like Jack practically as a vampire. Jack from Mass Effect. She's fetched her phone with her rotary small, but it was hard to believe she had trouble overpowering. Hard to believe you had trouble overpowering her physically. Well, she probably has more points and strength than us. But then again, nothing's what it seems when it comes to the undead, and even compared to the vampire she met before, she comes as of a eccentric, curious presence. She shoots you no glance, noticing you're still cautious of her. Can't herself go on for anything like this anymore. Just have a fierce, stupid saying it out loud, a vibe check. Oh god. What? Yeah, I got a glimpse of your vibe on the internet. Kind of dangerous. And dangerous situation. I'd say I got a pretty good idea about who you are, who you really are. I'm hoped, by the way, if you're here, you probably heard me, so I went ahead and skipped the pleasantries. But come to think of it, I skipped too many of those. Yeah, she definitely fits the description you were given by Sophie. Still can't believe you got so mad online. You actually tried to use your powers on people talking trash about you from who knows where. Jesus. You don't kind of sweat the dedication. It's amusing. Your chat room such ass was funny, so there's that, unless you really meant it, in which case, hey, fuck you. I mean, credit where it's due, you're probably not a boring person online, but by your chosen handle. Believe it or not, among bloodsuckers, that's still rare as hell. Most of them are clues of baby boomers when it comes to internet stuff. I mean, don't worry about the chat, it's where it's all came to us, no hard feelings, okay? I'll introduce you properly later. On the monitor, the chatter continues normally, you go to it. It's just like yesterday's news, no longer open to anything. So what advice, don't be such a dumbass about scary sending a message saying kinder to some perfect strangers online. Better go off by the tower for BRUJAH the Masquerade, or off by some Vatican fuckheads when NSA gets word of using the monitored keywords. One for my security majors, fucking here's the 21st century, you should know better than this. I know, right? But look, we're going to talk about you, you should have something to say to. What are you doing, Hal? One time she asked, note to self, she really loves the sound of her own voice. Sophie sent me, Hal. Langley, Wait, sheet. Is it a new Langley plaything? Seems to be getting around fast. Of course you ordered. That was the second Langley got hands on you, so she's up there in network. You mentioned to tell me that it could really come in handy when, but Langley, that's a risky game. This kind of vision attracts too much attention. Piss off, but then again, fucking Kara. Seems to be having a spirited argument with herself on parts of it. On the board, is it just you or does her facial expressions and body language change a bit between one sentence and the other? We make it certain it's not just her eyes playing tricks on you. She focuses half her attention back on you. The other half, of course, is still obsessed with her smartphone. Right. One of those Malkavians. So I'm not saying I'm interested in cooperation, but before I make a decision, it's not saying I'm not interested in. I need to make sure you sort of understand me and I sort of understand you. Since I was planning to put on a show before you came here, I proposed a little game. Hope answered my expensive phone in her hand, considering how to put her thoughts to words. Then she approaches the switch on the wall and flicks it. Oh god, my throat. We just keep having to read and read and read. Neon lights flow up. Oh, snap. I'm sorry, what else do we have in there? Is that Cat o' Nine's whip? Those are masks. Yep, those aren't even just chains. Those are meat hook chains. Ooh. Oh my. Illuminating the room, you take a look around. The room is certainly unique. It looks like a butcher's room we purposely be a living space. The modern appear in front of you start to contrast ominous industrial walls. At the back, there's an overwrought bed covered in velvet with meat hook hanging above it. Yep. Down the bed sheets, you notice what seems to be pieces of elaborate S&M equipment and a camera. Wait a minute. You want my help moderate my... Yep, we're leaving. Moderate my cam show. Cam show, your eyebrows stretch involuntary. This is definitely not the kind of request you were expected to hear tonight. She knows your confusion. Take it or leave it, but you just became a kindred. But you want to become my partner in crime? Show me your hand yourself or watch right back my everyday environment. She's serious. Sure, starts in 10 minutes. If you think you do yourself better than this, better walk out of the door right now. Won't hold a grudge, I've got better things to do. As it approves, she looks at something, displaying her phone and cracks a brief grin. No reply, typed down with absurd speed. 9 minutes, now an hour. Show moderator. Risk of Vampire The Masquerade, hi. Content warnings, oh yes. So do you take the job? I should definitely leave. Why the hell not, though? I'm sure this will make interesting content. Hope brightens up in the smile looks surprisingly sincere. Inside part you might find this interesting more ways than one. Alright, give me a second. She spends minutes on the computer you used before, then urges you to sit down. The explanation of the moderator's functionality is simple. Boils down to ignoring anyone who doesn't disrupt the chat, banning anyone who does, and kicking anyone who's causing mind trouble. Oh, that's easy. That's simple. I like that. Okay, that's simple. Yeah, I should have realized this would be something I could do. I was more concerned with that. And actually having to pay attention to that. But no, we're just moderating the chat. That's easy. We don't have to pay attention to what's going on over here, jeez. Yeah. Ignoring anyone who doesn't disrupt the chat, banning anyone who does, and kicking anyone who's causing minor trouble. Simple as that. 5 minutes later, she's already online. Sitting on her bed in a provocative pose. It is a set show, isn't it? Voice previously hushed rings out with full force. Oh god, I need a drink. How are you doing tonight, hopefuls? You peek at the chat. Oh god, it makes booping noises. Not the booping noises. We're not worthy queen. Fucking A. Angel. Barrier. So here's the thing. I don't see anything there that's, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything there that would warrant being kicked out in this type of play. If you try to kick a bad promise since 5 hours, you won't punch one for later during talk. Thank you, today's show is quite special. Please welcome a new moderator, Pornos Collector. Oh, who? I'm sorry for sentencing you to death earlier. At least the Chimera here seems a bit more welcoming this time. Looks like this place has established hate ritual. Or they and hope came up with one specifically for you. Who knows? Decided to stay silent to eventually people will stop ripping on you and focus entirely on the star of the show. Right, let's start this one with a bang, shall we? Yeah, if you can. Queen. Oh boy, she's going to do it. This is where the strip show starts. You raise your head, curious about what kind of performance is going for. Push you opens the mouth, reveals a retractable fangs from the... Don't do that! Birth about the online arms to change yourself or holy humans so deep turning into a monstrous one. Them is both revolting and fascinating. It's also concerning. Definitely a breach of the masquerade. Yeah, I could just see a novel one of those masquerade violations just popping up from Bloodlines. That's what, 2 now? Since I came here? Grace are left for us for everyone to see, and then bites. The fangs mainly turn her arm into a horrifying gory mess. It's not clear if she's used them to slash or bite, but one thing is for sure, no ordinary human could cause such damage. Ordinary human suffers such a wound, used by the guy used her blood to appear to you, but it doesn't. Oh, it's technically a corpse, so it's impossible. Twice a monstrous smile starts smearing vitae all over her hand to maximize the impact of the violent image. Then she starts drinking it up. She tries to point to make the sight as gruesome as possible, looking like a hyena feasting on corpse. The contrast of her behavior with the look of an Instagram model is stunning. Once she's done, she reveals her wrist to the camera for the last time. She starts making theatrical gestures with her right hand as the wound begins to mend. Shortly after the wound is gone, it's like a magician's trick. Her left hand looks like nothing bad's ever happened to it. Here's an appetizer. First blood to kick off the show. The one with the hell's going on, Hope cuts a glimpse of your bewildered face and turns into her direction. How was that for an opening? This is not a set show. That's what will you come and getting naked from you something? Oh honey, we just made chauffeur. It's about a strip show, yeah, sorry to disappoint. It's more like a live stream digital art. There are subtitles there, of course. Look at the chat, they're going wild. She did that for free. Oh god. She did that for free. Yeah. Left to lick her wrist clean. Yes. Or aroused that beautiful tea with the edge of oblivion, rose paradise alive with a violent hurricane. Arousal is not the key here, it's vampirism. It's a new frontier of living art installation. In the early 90s, the Japanese artists kept producing these fairy types of beautiful women commanding gory harakiri. Those are inspiration. Oh god. Bears of fans getting a deepest grin. For no interest in audio destruction or turning myself into a victim. This is celebration of bile up, not self-inflicted punishment. Violence can reach more for a beautiful vampire and awe-inspiring powers. Many wounds are just one of these powers. The people watching can pay to see more. But no more of the only things the audience can see and hear are the things I allow them to. We can talk freely, just remember to moderate the chat with you. Also remember, this is still a clear breach of the masquerade. Vampire The Masquerade. What jokes he's played between BRUJAH in front of anonymous viewers. Their speeches he drew attention to the screen. Oh god. I'm very generous today. Flash your next tattoo yet? Blanch your next tattoo yet? Wait for the next attraction. Or if you like a pink marshmallow covered in raspberry sauce. Just letting you know you're based. I know. So for here's the thing, I don't see anyone that really needs kit. That's why maskers this shows, I mean. Why might I just smash his face on the keyboard? Now if that was spam, I would, but at the same time, there's nothing really to kick for. The guy's wearing his assignment seems harmless. I mean, he just basically bashed his face on the keyboard. Eventually appears up on the chat list, claiming someone has successfully response to the first goal of the show. Or response appears of a bag of blood from underneath the bed. It must have been retrieved from a blood bank. She showcases the label of the camera for her receipt. Drink up, drink up, drink up. Reports all the contents of the bag at your throat. No doubt it's real blood. But wonder why the viewer should be so satisfied with something that's so easy to fake. Don't worry, page well enough. Don't even bother to tell. This is not what you think about. Safe there, she knows. So what do you know about the kindred and the internet? Have they told you anything? She's waiting for someone to sponsor her next vampire feed. She decides to start a conversation. Well, there's the StreckNet. Is that a vampire internet? No, here's the StreckNet. Find something that looks like a vampire internet, stay away. What about StreckNet? See, some of us used to surround with our own secure networks. We tried to build our own information hubs, social networks, everything. So working the phone one hour looking at something in bed with Oliver. On how many things can she concentrate on at one time, and sadly. One day the NSA got in. Turns out elders that were at the hang of using proper security practices. Search what they used to smell on the screens, turns out they work as advertised. What about StreckNet? Of course, all the other three lettered intelligence agencies in the world got the intel, and a lot of them decide bloodsuckers were the appropriate new entries for post 9/11 times. Oh yeah, by the way, elders. Vampires has found us at least 2 or more centuries of online. Elders are the most active participants in the jihad, the secret self-destructive war waged between the ancient undead. Elder vampires tend to manipulate their lesser kin using the most bonds and terrible game. The rules of which defy comprehension. Right. Exactly. Ooh, but seriously, what about StreckNet? The second one is Inquisition game with me. Never heard of it? Other kind died just because they were too present online. Well, this area has to definitely be after Bloodlines. Cause remember how we got pretty much all some of our side quests just from, you know, online in Bloodlines, and no one really cared. And now the remains of our old network server discovered made honeypots and kept alive to attract fledglings and hunt them down. So you mean StreckNet's no longer around? And no, that's not StreckNet, it's StreckNet. Like SCHERUK, I think. Push a certain keyboard on TOREADOR or Facebook, you get tagged for investigation. You fit certain parameters, you get tagged for investigation. But there's a certain third becoming an online presence profile attracting attention from the authorities. Stretches on the bed. Are you still monitoring the chat? Of course not. You are not going to divide your attention as she is. She tried to mistake each other recent messages. So let's see, she talks to you. Where the real thing to start. 2 monitors have rules called duty on one screen, drop dead hotness on the second screen. Oh, I don't hate. Hope has crabs and gonorrhea. Hope. Only my favorite home. Yeah, we're just gonna kick him. You give the guy a kick, give yourself an over internet, and just back after 10 seconds back with the same amount of time for decision or ban. The kind of necromancer is just trouble. You get rid of them permanently. Wait, should I get rid of? Good job. Just keep it close after. Anyway, yeah. The NOSFERATU managed to cover the network compromise. The elders went batshit insane. The internet communications became strictly forbidden. There were executions. A lot of people use social media to secret content of mortal families and those got off. That goes without saying. But if you weren't careful, even the most innocent web users could result in being punished for final death. The actual user did steal. The next goal is just... Did I just ban him? Who did I ban? I don't know who I banned. Oh god. Let's go to vanishing and dehumanize yourself and face the bloodshed. She raises her hand and 3 fingers up, 2 fingers up, 1 finger up. The countdown ends immediately disappears from the screen like a ghost. It's 0 on the bed, but the life feed incarnates, there's nobody there. We're deeply focused on the data image use kits where you make out some unusual glitch over 0 should be. It could just be very well played, just be placebo. You ready for this? 3, 2, 1. Flash it at the camera, then since she appears on screen, she takes a selfie. Stick her tongue out in a provocative manner. Sharon responds and shows again. She is the Vampire Queen. Wait, she didn't disappear here. but she disappeared in front of the... Huh. You wonder about who being glued to the screen. Is the fantasy everyone is how for a ghost on a cheap mattress or basically browsing or social media? Realize you were way out of your depth here. Meanwhile, hope decides to continue with that truth. There's just some wild times, especially in New York. Most of them have no clues of their real nature. A lot of clandestine organizations are classified as national threats. Since this is where the towers fell, the agencies are very much present. They're looking for easy PR victories. Last SRA, it was just a few years ago, and it was a big one. Stir up the hornets now, something fierce. So go. Hey, we have a date, everyone. Boom. Okay, so this does not make frickin' sense at all. Altogether, it's 2019. Oh, come on. Eh. So, if it's 2019... and the Clinton Gangrel hasn't really been with TREMERE for like 2 decades. That would put them back at basically 1999 or before, and yet the Clinton Gangrel was clearly with the TREMERE in 2004 in LA. Well, 2003. I forget when Bloodlines actually takes place. But still. Yeah. The freaking rules don't make sense. New York was ruled by someone who got braced before World War II, and the cam as a whole got really spooked and swore off the internet. Of course, I'm not dumb and understand that you can't really coexist with modern kind without the internet. Gray zone right now, like piracy, technically frowned upon, but let the one without saying cast the first stone. SI is a rare threat, no joke, but in many senses, the darkest place is right under the candle. You take another look at the screen. We want blood. Or some bad stuff. Can you do bad stuff? Can you show us next time? Oh god, it's our name. So, unfortunately, chose that name to mock us. It's been a long hard day. Please give me a shout out. When a familiar nickname pops up. Oh, he put B-net in. Well, we gotta kick him. That's just delete so fast, hope might not have noticed and do carry that well. Surprised you feel an inkling of pride. You find bad about being a vampire. We sweat and pee if we just insure ourselves really hard. I'm proud about being a vampire, we can sweat and pee if we just insure ourselves. Someone's getting an orgasm. We can even cry. Blowing tears of blood. Something I always dreamed of doing when I was 14. So romantic. And drives them crazy. Before words, the scarlet tears starts running down her face. The check goes wild. It seems to be sadly the kind of thing they've been waiting for. Ah! I entered that fairy tale from happening. Oh my god, she did it again. You imagine the USA similar blood sucking squad that would just cruise by the border and suck up blood of any illegal they found. The very thought gives me the biggest boner. I need to kick you. No. And then, just go reverse what we're doing here is when we preach the masquerade, right? I expect you to leave or inform some by now, but you haven't, have you? Try to focus on the chat, referring that nice clear screen. Ah! Looks like Mr. Mackinson messages. Needs a longer break after you ban it, you source. Good job handling that. If not enough towards out, seems like you fit this job at the very least. Do I get paid though? In any case, the last goal has just been funded. Time for the great final. This is what you've all been waiting for, right? Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. My voice has changed to go close to the camera, laying a face for the frame of the live feed. Her mesmerizing eyes are focused purely on the viewers. You want blood? Come out into the streets, call out your neighbors, start slash their veins, and drink it up. More yes. Wait, what? I won't go back to that. That's the thing. NOSFERATU becomes absolutely horrifying. And for instance, chat some incompetence away, everyone starts typing like they're possessed. The words from the shock is ordinary mortality make them scream. Fear the warmth without entrails. I don't know if I kicked them or not. What are you doing to those people? What have you got yourself into? Transcend your body to release a message of hope into the world. She just finally for a second, then falls down the bed like a marionette that just had strings over. She observes that way a few times. Alas, when she does, the room goes dark again. Well, somehow she used imitation across the... Like we tried to use presence again across the computer. She somehow used dementation across the computer. Huh. Perhaps that's enough. Secretary, she does something with her phone. The stream ends and the chat instantly becomes dead quiet. We take over. Now sure the room is completely changed. She's already put herself together and stood up. Now she's walking towards you. What the fuck just happened? This show's over. Everyone's relaxed to go home. I know so much ready to come, bros. I should throw my phone's grip when I find you to kick the ever shit out of you. After every line she delivers, she changes her voice, the way she puts her lips together, and the way she moves. Calculates the ratchet's way. By now you have started to figure it out. That's a good one. Exactly. Took me a minute to even realize that. Holy shit. I'm immortal, I'm bored, I'm separate from most vampires in the city by a generational chasm, and I'm so goddamn low that you used to be my only friend. If we're done delivering service. Years ago, I started researching two pods, collective unconsciousness. All the momentum on the intersection of psychology and spirituality, and I decided to experiment. The show was fake. A few years later, I was an intricate fashionista, successful product model of fight reported pop culture commentary, the viral shitposter, cryptocurrency expert. All my errant selves started signal boosting each other, paving the way for new ones. I became a one-woman empire, surrounded by legions of psycho fans. The chat was fake. Some might think of me as a source of identity disorder, but that's bullshit. Everyone has online alter egos they buried. I just resurrected them, gave birth to new ones, and let them crossbreed. Constant tapping the phone even during the show, somehow she's capable of impersonating an entire chat room. I don't even have a self that could dissociate or be mentally ill. I'm a host of the living database. That's because I find it fun to be an information conduit to process trends and support the ones I deem worthy. There was no masquerade violation. She was showing off her skills all along. Put you into a world of perfection the way she was testing you in. When she attacked you from the back. Damn, she's good at this. Malk David Chapman. Of course you get just to know what I'm saying inside. I'm just an outraged Malkavian, but hey, my knowledge itself is the only way to survive in the train for a century. There was a era that demented images of beautiful people transcend beyond humanity, inspiring others to do the same as this one. But for now, because of Masquerade, my audience is quite limited to speak of. Ready to start my next movie? Sure, why not? I'm not sure just saying that still. No way this too is just ended beyond self. But yeah, your test is over. Now the question is, do I want to work with you? What's the way I found for the first time since you married and give you a good hard look? I guess I could give it a shot. Yeah, you're not that dumb. You're not that boring. And you're kinda cute. But way no more modding jobs, mods get attached. That's always bad news. You grab your arm and start thinking you out of her room. I put you through enough shit next time, I'll let you in a little job I'm doing. Hit the streets and you see why Sophie told you to contact me. She leads you through a labyrinth of great corridors that's different than the one you made your way through. This city is so much more than what its elites consider real. Circumvention will give you places camera errors can reach 100 years. They each out of the building and into the back alleys. If someone else rules the streets, we'll rule the information highways. This is the power of hope. Just as the theoretical lab disappeared, you don't even notice when she leaves you alone, but you assume everything went as well as it could. A new ally, the power of hope. You walk up to the night, everything around you appears a little less tangible than it did a few hours ago. Huh. Is this night too, then? Oh. Yeah. Apparently we've past time, so we need to rest. So let's go rest. There's something strange by the door of your haven. There's a receptor on the door and a cream-colored, old-fashioned envelope. There's no name on it. No, it's meant for you. Over the letter unit, it's clear it's been set by someone incredibly old-fashioned, rich or a fan of classic stationery. No normal person sends letters like this. No short and terse, written in elegant, delicate handwriting. Courtified to rendezvous at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. I'll be waiting to make your acquaintance tomorrow night. Look for me closer to God. There's no other information. Looks like you have a mysterious invitation for the following night. However... Oh God. Oh no, decisions. Because there's blood magic. There's faith and myth. There's hope. There's those. Huh. Well, shit. Here's what I would save, but we can only save and that's it, so. Well, we did do all that in one video. So one night, basically. As I said I was going to do. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed, thank you all, and have a nice day or night. Until next time, when we continue and decide who to go to. Like, that seems more like main story, but like, question is, how exactly is this gonna play out? Like, is it basically like, you know, most visual novels where I have to basically choose a route and stick with that route to get that ending? Or is it gonna be like, well, you can make these choices, but then you're forced into these other choices because you didn't make these choices? I don't know. I don't know if I can go visit everyone and, you know, or I'm just gonna run out of time and it's gonna be like, oh, well, you chose these ones, this is what counts, and because you didn't choose these ones fully, well, you don't get the proper ending. It's my problem with visual novels like this. But we'll see next time.